This time on New Canadian Gold Rush, the Infinity team returned for another season in the Caribou, working the same self-renewing flower gold deposit. Can gold grow back year after year? Stay tuned to find out.
How many specks are you guessing at this point?
500.
About 500?
And they're not little dots.
No, they're nice.
They're fair size. Well, for flower gold.
And this is about, what, the third hole you dug this morning?
No, this is my first pan to this
Dad's
morning.
first pan of the day. Wow.
The Caribou has some very rugged country, full of dense rainforest. It would have been extremely difficult back to mine in the original gold rush times. Although it's gotten a lot easier with modern technology, it's still a very tough area to mine. This difficulty is part of the reason that there are still lots of mineral discoveries being made to this day. Here's a look at a typical Caribou road. The teal stuff on the edge of the roads is spray-on grass, loaded with nutrients for quick growth. These are the kind of roads here, if you even nick the edge, you drop down a huge 100-meter drop into a bunch of trees and roll into a steep valley. Why do people go into these dangerous areas? Well, gold makes people do strange things. So yeah, some new stuff. Looks like lots of fresh depositions. It's really interesting. It looks like we got a beaver or something over here. We got ourselves a beaver. Here's site 2 from last year. See, it's been eroded out another very substantial chunk. And this has flattened out considerably since we were here last, and this is where we worked last time. In fact, this whole base here has fanned out several meters compared, because it was just kind of like cut pretty sharp here, and then all the water level, this level has pushed all this stuff out and flattened it. Huh. So you can see after a year, after reclamation plus nature, there's no sign of anything we ever did, of course. There's the first pan. Not great, but pretty decent. It's about 60 pieces. Okay, so here's pan number 3 from right there. And there's a lot of flower gold. Several hundred pieces of tiny to medium-sized flower gold. And some of these are fairly meaty, actually. I could touch them and actually feel texture, so really encouraging. Our system should just gobble them up. Those VDR mats are great. Look at that. This is your, what, third pans?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Lots of decent sized pieces of gold there peeking out. Little flakettes. Beautiful, peeking out from the black sand. And Greg says they look good on the blue. And old eyes.
Okay, first day of, I guess first real day of testing on the river. I'll just zoom in a little bit here. How many specks are you guessing at this point?
500.
About 500?
And they're not little dots.
No, they're nice.
They're fair size. Well, for flower gold.
And this is about, what, the third hole you dug this morning?
No, this is my first pan to this
Dad's
one.
first pan of the day. Wow. You can see my reflection in there, unfortunately. Okay, job well done.
Yeah, I'll count them up. Probably 250 to 300, but some of them are a little bit bigger, so we'll count them up. Sideways picture.
Okay, about 250 you say?
Yeah.
A bit bigger? Awesome.
It's a big stick.
Prospector nugget.
So where'd you get the big flakes from? Right there? Right there?
In here. That one less. This one I think is going to be less too. I think our streaks right up from here.
Yeah, that's what it is, the V. Going up from the point. V.
Hey, Nugget. Oh, oh. You got a stick again. Oh, too close. Kind of wet. Okay, so Greg says he's got his biggest flake in the morning. What is this, pan number 4, Dad? Yep. So off we go. I'll try not to twist an ankle on the rocks. I have the little dog attached to me and she is a tangled mess. This might be a process.
Two big flakes so far.
Oh yeah, I can see them really good from here even. Okay. Awesome, yeah, those are very big for what we usually find.
Big to us.
Yeah, big to us. Those are nuggets to us. Oh, there's some nice guys there.
Yeah, there will be.
Does it snakeskin catch them?
Yeah. The snake skin's actually over here. Any, it's just a matter of backhanding that out.
Still happy with that? Or is it getting less?
No, that's looking real good. That's so easy to shovel. No pick required for that. Especially if there's some bigger flakes in here. Not as no big ones like last pan, but they're still 150 to 2. I'll count them up.
Okay. Not sure what we're doing here, but it seems to think it's the place to go. Our camp is just right up there, other side of that fence. Oh. Not so easy to navigate when you're a little 8-pound Havanese, is it? Tyler's finder today.
Lots of black sand and gold. You can see it all through there. Lots of flour gold, powdery fine.
Is this your first pan of the day?
Yeah.
No?
Second. This is way more than the first one. Pretty fine though.
Yes.
You can zoom in on that.
Way finer than Dad was seeing in his pan, yeah. Yeah.
And lots of black sand.
Yeah, and we didn't see any black sand when we were in Lillooet, did we?
Very little. Lots of finer. And still on through there. I don't have time to pan this one.
Yeah. How many specks do you think? Worth it? Greg's looking for our pay streak here. Need the mini.
Yeah. Cup full of black sand in there. And there's this blue pan shows them up so good. Look at them. They're just the smallest little dot.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Canadian Tire pop-up tent for the dog. There, done. Isn't that amazing?
Okay, we need the door not to be there though, probably.
Well, it's the only way it'll fit.
Okay, it can't go there.
It's amazing.
We might have to find a new spot. How's Mr. Bendable?
After doing a bunch of tests, we outlined part of this year's pay streak. There were a lot of low-grade sections around the edges, but mining by hand is pretty hard, so we have a fairly high cutoff rate. Once a deposit is outlined, it's time to bring in the big guns and start high banking. Is there some gold there? Where's the gold? Right there? Okay. Right there? pastry. A little high breaker and discharges so it flows away from the river. Buckets ready to go. The golden line. Dun 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 dun. Will this year's golden line pay off? Tune in next time to find out.
To infinity and beyond!